Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Fields of Gold by Sting. So not a lot of guitar stuff, it's a lot of keyboard stuff, but we're going to do those chords on the guitar. It's going to be pretty easy, a couple bar chords. Some people don't like bar chords, but this one it needs them complete in standard tuning. For the most part, it's pretty simple, and we're also going to take a look at the solo, so that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that. So basically have a couple of different chord progressions, except the very beginning of the song, they hang on a B minor 7 chord for a while before there's any kind of activity going on. So, and then the vocals come in and then the chord progression starts. So that B minor 7 is one of those bar chords. You're just going to bar the 2nd fret, and then you're going to have the 3rd fret on the B string and then the 4th fret on the D string. So just strum 5 strings. The difference between that and just a regular B minor is just add the 4th fret there on the G string, and that's a B minor. You're gonna run into that one and this one too. So just pick up the little finger. Alright, so that's kind of what's going on in the very beginning, the harmony for it at least. Alright, so now when the vocals come in, we have what I just played at the beginning. So that's going to start, we're going to keep that same bar chord shape here. But what you're going to do is you're going to put your little finger back down there on the 4th fret on the G string, and you're going to lift up your 2nd finger. So you have full bar still, across 5 strings, 4th fret on the D and the G. That's a B sus2 chord. So that's the first chord in this main chord progression. Then it goes to a G major. Hold that G to a D major. So far I have this. Now the same 3 chords, but a little bit different timing. Start with that B sus2, then the G to D. So that G to D was a little bit quicker change, and then we get to a B minor chord. So there's a B minor that we did earlier to A. You just play it like this if you want. And then you're back to that B minor 7 chord. Hold that for a little bit. Then this is when the vocals kind of after the first vocal line, when it's just instrumentation here. The vocals are stopped. Then the G and the D. So those 3 chords, the B minor 7, to the G, to the D, brings us back around now for the 2nd vocal section. You don't really call it a verse, chorus, whatever. It's kind of just one part. So now he goes back through these same chords again, except now it has a slightly different ending. Let me play this. Alright, so that was the exact same all the way to, instead of coming back to this B minor 7 though, to that G and that D, it just goes from that B minor to A straight to a D major. And then it goes back again. So it plays those 2 parts with the 2 different endings. So it plays the one with the B minor 7 to G to D ending the first time, and then the second time through those chords it plays the one with just the D ending. And then it goes through those 2 parts again. Once again, they're just switching them out. So now the 3rd time you play it just like you did the first time, and the 4th time you play it just like you did the 2nd time. All right. So then we have this little bridge section, which sounds like this. So that is just G to D 3 times. then that B minor to A to D. And then do that again. B minor, A to D. Alright, so that leads us to the solo. Now, underneath the solo, we're just going to be playing. So we're going to be playing the verse chords again. The verse progression that we did earlier. The one that ends with just with a D chord. The one that basically ends with going straight to that D instead of going B minor, 7, G to D. It just goes from that. That's the one you're going to be using underneath this guitar solo. So let me play the solo for you real quick, and then we'll take a look at it. Here we go. Alright, so it's just a solo that pretty much follows the vocal line. So we're going to start here. Now there's an octave of this too. You can hear an octave line in there. It could just be a second guitarist going. But just that's in there. If you have another guitar player, maybe he can play an octave beneath this. Alright, but we're just going to learn this top melody so you can just do it on your own. So we have 10, 9, 7 on the high E string to 10 on the B. Twice. Then do that again. But the second time through, the second time of hitting this 10 on the B, you're going to slide it up to the 12th fret. So we have this. Alright, now we're back to the 7th fret. 7 on the high E, 10 on the B, and then this is on the G string now. 7, 9, slide to 11. Alright. Then start that melody over again. And then do it again. Well, we have this ending phrase. And that's just 9, 11, 12 on the G. Then 11 twice, then 9, 7. So this. Alright, so we pretty much just keep repeating. Now the ending of the song, we just have this. We're just saying fields of gold. That's just the same ending that we had in the bridge ending, that B minor to A to D. Kind of does it like 3 times or so, and after the 3rd time it starts doing this, which, you know, in the actual instrumentation, but you can't really get that, and the bass notes in there too, so we have to raise it an octave. This is the very end of the song, so it's just a D chord, and then add the little finger to the 3rd fret on the high E to make it a D sus4 chord. Then back. And that's Fields of Gold for you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.